Here comes your pre-market summary for Thursday, April 27th. Futures trying to hold on to positive territory here outside of the Dow. Downside so far this morning, pre-market. Tech, though, back in focus after a huge report from Meta after the close last night. Most of these gains you'll see right now, thanks to Meta, up 11 and change percent here in the pre-market, leading to 0.9% advance right now for the NASDAQ, about 0.5%. For the S&P, you can see the Dow 30, they're struggling a bit, 0.8. Downside, more positivity here after that sell-off late in the day, late in the equity session yesterday. For crypto, Bitcoin back upside, about 2%, 0.8 right now. For Ethereum, a couple of notable data points coming out this morning. I'll zoom in here so you can see it. First off, U.S. initial jobless claims. Remember last week, this actually moved the market somewhat, coming out to the upside. We'll also get the first look, the advanced U.S. GDP for Q1, expected 1.9% there at 8:30. We'll also get an advanced look at core PCE prices at 8:30 as well. Again, 4.7% expected. So a few things to note there coming up at 8:30. That's how the overall market is shaping up here as we head towards the open on a Thursday. We are dealing with this tight range still for both the S&P and the NASDAQ, still bouncing around here between this 322 at the top and about 312 at the bottom there for the Qs. Meta, meanwhile, up huge, as I mentioned, over 11% right now in the pre-market. Yeah, they pointed to AI success already and more to come on the AI side of things as everything basically topped expectations for Meta. Worth noting some of the other social media platforms higher on that as well, Pinterest, and a few other ones we'll talk about as well coming up at 8:30. MBLY, on the other hand, yeah, not so much. We're below this level right now on the daily chart for MBLY, lowering their annual revenue forecast, pointing to some softness to come possibly in the auto industry. Amazon on deck, meanwhile, coming up tonight. eBay out with better than expected results. Not that they're comparable, but did catch a bit of a bounce off of eBay's earnings after the close yesterday. So we'll touch on Amazon both on the earnings front and on some positivity here this morning. Chips back on watch as well. STM out with a bit of a gloomy report and forecast as well. So possibly a little bit of downside to come today for some of the chip makers. Roku out with earnings this morning as well. 71.6 million active accounts for Roku, better than expected. We'll have a look at FRC again. 3 days in a row of absolute destruction here. I'll refresh my chart. Not actually popping up, but trust me when I say downside, 3 days in a row. We're actually higher here in the pre-market for FRC so far this morning. Quietly yesterday, we saw these pop up. Canopy, TLRY, even ACB, MSOS is that ETF, all higher in the pre-market here this morning. They're going to reintroduce that Safe Banking Act in both the House and the Senate in Washington. Grab the watch list, guys. Use that QR code, bottom of the screen. Again, some economic data to come at 8:30. We get into more earnings then. It's the biggest day of the week for earnings, in fact. We'll see you shortly on TraderTV.Live.